Hey guys, and welcome to my Boomeranger class guide. In this guide, I will go over the Boomeranger abilities, as well as its best stats, ally, flask, and emblems. The Boomeranger's passive is called Final Blow, and every third attack done by the Boomeranger does extra damage. When using a melee weapon, your left click will do an AoE spin that hits twice in one swing, and when using a bow, your left click will fire 3 arrows at once. Even with the bow's slightly lower coefficient, it deals about 187 times damage over a 30-second fight, compared to the melee's 181 times damage over a 30-second fight, making the bow dealing more damage in any situation that lasts over 2 seconds, and considering you'll be using your abilities for the first 2 seconds of a fight, the melee is almost completely useless after the nerf with mental power unless you're tanking for a Shadow Tower group, since you need to be in an enemy's face to keep aggro. You can, however, keep a backup melee in your bags for whenever you run into a dungeon with a mob spawner, so you could quickly switch weapons to take advantage of the AoE melee, and just switch back once a dungeon is completed. The Boomeranger's right click is called Boomerang, and the Boomeranger throws a stunning boomerang that returns after hitting an enemy or wall. If caught on the return trip, all cooldowns are reduced. It has a 2.5 times damage coefficient and a 10-second cooldown, while reducing all cooldowns by 7 seconds. As a warning, currently this, along with the Boomeranger's ultimate, are some of the buggiest abilities in Trove, and should be taken note as to find workarounds. For me, I find looking directly straight helps with the boomerang not bugging out, and almost 100% of the time if I'm looking down, I will not reduce the cooldown of my abilities. The Boomeranger's number 1 is called Big Bomb, and the Boomeranger throws a timed bomb for a big damage and destruction. It has a 5 times damage coefficient and explodes after 1.5 seconds with a 20-second cooldown. It also has one of the largest block damages in the game, making it useful for mining, as well as if you'd like to save a few bombs. Keep in mind, it only destroys blocks directly to the sides and above the bomb, and never below even by 1 block. The Boomeranger's Clash Gem alters its number 1 by making Big Bomb become a Bok Bomb. It still sticks to surfaces and explodes in the same area, but also spawns several chickens that attack enemies for a brief duration. It lowers the damage of the bomb to about 2.85 times damage, however, spawns 3 chickens that deal about 0.65 times damage and lasts 12 seconds, dealing about 0.7 attacks a second, meaning they will hit 24 times before running out of time. Using your boomerang to reduce the cooldown by 7 seconds, assuming it works, you can have permanent 6 chickens up. Considering their low damage and attack speed, it only equates to about 2.6 times damage a second, which is a little lacking compared to most other Clash Gems, but hopefully when more Clash Gems release, this class can see some more use. The Boomeranger's ultimate is called Mysterious Urn, and the Boomeranger throws a Mysterious Urn for area damage and a random bonus. It has a 6 times damage coefficient, a 30-second cooldown, and there are a total of 4 random bonuses, meaning each one has a 25% chance of rolling. The first bonus is a heal that will heal all party members for 50% of their HP. The second spawns a cooldown reduction gem that reduces the cooldown of all party members' abilities by 10 seconds. The third bonus spawns 3 chickens that deal 2 times damage, last 12 seconds, and deal about 0.7 attacks a second. And finally, the fourth bonus spawns 7 bombs from the point of impact that deal 4 times damage each. Moving on to the Boomeranger's equipment, the best stats for the Boomeranger's weapon are critical damage, critical hit, and attack speed. The best stats for the Boomeranger's face are critical damage, physical damage, and attack speed. The best stats for the Boomeranger's hat are critical damage, percentage HP, and attack speed. The best stats for the Boomeranger's ring are physical damage and critical hit. And now before we get into the best gem setup, let me explain the 2 builds for the Boomeranger. Considering the Boomeranger is pretty low damage compared to most classes, it actually sees a fair use of being the tank of the group, as if it takes the spots of a DPS, you're almost purposely lowering the damage of the group. If this is the case, you will be using a melee weapon with physical damage, critical hit, critical damage gems, replacing 2 stats across your gems with percentage HP, and 4 stats with maximum health. Just make sure to split the stats evenly and do not replace 6 critical hit stats, for example. The second build for the Boomeranger is the DPS build, which in case you do get into a group as a DPS, you'll be using a bow weapon with all physical damage, critical hit, and critical damage gems. Moving on to the Boomeranger's ally, the best ally is the Rat Berserker, and finally the best flask and emblems are Chaos Vial, Sure Strike Emblem, and Martial Emblem. If you are above 90% critical hit, you will swap Chaos Vial for Vial of Minion Multiplication, and Sure Strike for Beamer Emblem, and if you're farming Uber Worlds, you can use Death Defying as well. And that's going to be it for this guide. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and check out the many videos and playlists that are on the screen right now. I will see you guys next time.